today we'll be talking about what? Broken homes. Bible passage for today's Sunday school, which we find in Genesis 25, 24 to 34. In that portion, we eventually learned that twins were delivered to the family of Isaac, and Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his venison, while Rebekah loved Jacob because he stays in the tent. He can send him on an errand, and that is where that house gets problem. That is where the broken home sets in. House that are supposed to stand, they are not what? They are not one again. And I make us to realize one thing, that our society, our cultural values depends on the family. It depends on the institution, which we all know that is the only institution where we get certificates before we write exams or we perform any work. If you do contracts, if we do what? If we do contracts, you must have finished the contract probably 70% before they give you certificate of completion. If you go to school, you must have written series of exams or series of tests before they give you certificate. But for marriage, you get certificate before you start receiving lectures. It is after you receive the lecture, then you now write exam to prove if the certificate you collect, if you are worthy of collecting it or not. So if you are not worthy of collecting it, that is when you now return the certificate. If I what's the man selling? I don't know if you get this thing. In marriage, you first get certificates. After getting the certificates, then you start learning. You'll be learning from the wife, you'll be learning from the husband, you'll learn from your husband, you learn from your wife. I don't want this, I don't want this. After the whole thing, then exam will be setting. It might not be physical, but the exam. So exam yẹn ló máa determine bóyá certificate ẹ gbà yẹn o, bóyá genuinely you are worthy of receiving the certificate or not. And that is why I do tell people that most of the parents, most of the friends, they will advise you to get married. Did they tell you what marriage is all about? Did they tell you what it entails? No. Now, what I want us to realize today concerning broken homes is that the family determines what happens in the society. The family does what? Determines what happens in the what? In the society. Ọmọ tí wọ́n fi ìfẹ́ tọ́ dàgbà, that there is no love. He grew up in an hostile environment. Either you like it or not, that is what the child will be displaying. I told you of a situation that happened in Unilorin some time ago. This lady and her friends, male friend and female friend, they were going, I was coming behind them. They were discussing, and a guy talked. Then she slapped the guy, and everybody around said, "Ha!" And she said, is there anything wrong?" I said, "No wrong, go. No wrong. There's nothing wrong now. Only, but my mom normally slapped my dad, and so she didn't see it as anything wrong." You get it? So if you learn that comes up from what? From the family. Ọmọ tí ò rí ìtọ́jú nílé, ọmọ tí wọ́n fi ìfẹ́ tọ́ dàgbà, ó máa difficult láti fi ìfẹ́ wọn. Ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé nínú ilé wọn, ìpínyà ti dé bá láàrin bàbá àti ìyá. See, let me tell you one thing. If you are talking of broken homes, the husband and the wife might still be together. In the case of Genesis chapter 25, 24 to 34, The parents were together till death, but the home is broken. There is difference between broken home and divorce. Divorce is that they will leave each other, but broken homes lead to what? Divorce. In some cases, broken homes is bad than divorce. Divorce is already off. But this one, they were together and they are trying to manage a situation that is not manageable. Esau, Jacob, in the home already, ọmọ ti mọ̀ pé òun ò lè súnmọ́ dáàdì, àbí kan ti mọ̀ pé òun ò lè súnmọ́ mọ́mì, pé èyí lọmọ mọ́mì, èyí lọmọ dáàdì. There is problem already. And it really causes issue. Same thing happens to Jacob. Jacob loved Joseph. Jacob what? Loved Joseph because he loved his mom. Jacob fẹ́ràn Joseph torí kó ṣe kí ni o, nítorí kó fẹ́ràn ìyá ẹ̀. And this really created problem for what? For Jacob. Jacob embraced the opportunity eventually, but what really saved Jacob is that kò fi Ọlọ́run lẹ̀, and the family values that he learned, he really worked on it. Ọlọ́run àwa pẹ̀lú gbogbo alórúkọ Jésù. So the bedrock of society depends on what? Depends on the families. A broken home is just like an extensive system of rearing animals. They are exposed to a lot of issues in life. Beating, they become mean, a lot of things happen. So ìgbà tí àwọn bọ̀ láti Igando, ìyá yẹn, àwọn ìyá tó ṣe kí ni o, ìyá tó ń ta bọ́ìsì, gbogbo bọ́ìsì tó fẹ́ ta ìdèdè bóyá 3,000 naira ni ló fẹ́ tà, ó méjì gé ní 400 naira. Ọmọ afẹ́ jẹun, wọ́n afẹ́ raṣọ, wọ́n afẹ́ ṣe a lot of things. What do you think will eventually happen? Ara àwọn bọ̀dá Kórèdé tó wá ra bọ́ìsì, bọ̀dá Samuel tó wá ra bọ́ìsì, bọ̀dá Solo tó wá ra bọ́ìsì, bọ̀dá Joseph tó wá ra bọ́ìsì. Bọ̀dá ẹ̀ má sọ pé ó máa fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Bọ̀dá Solo ti fi change kalẹ̀, bọ̀dá Samuel ti fi change kalẹ̀. Gbogbo owó tí ìyá make in a day is 400 naira after selling from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bọ̀dá Solo wá dé, ó wá dáṣe ọmọ ẹ̀ ní 1,000 naira at a time. Ó tún wá ń jọ́ kejì, ó tún gbé 500 naira lé lọ́wọ́. What do you think will happen? Á pùṣẹ̀ fún Bọ̀dá Solo. The woman will not want to know bóyá obìnrin Bọ̀dá Solo ń jà, bóyá ìbọn Bọ̀dá Solo ń gbé, bóyá ilé eré ló ti jáde. The mother will not want to know. Máa fẹ́ ni ọ̀ á lọ pé ṣègbó ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ bí precious òun ló ń pààrọ̀ aṣọ yẹn, wọ́n ibi ọjà ìyá ẹ̀ ló ti pàdé ìbílẹ̀ kan. The parent will be pushing the younger one to what? To men. And what do you think will be the results? Broken homes. Homes will be broken. So it goes a long way. I feel bad. Ìgbà tí èèyàn mu ní aago 4 ìdájí 4 a.m. you're already yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ní pàrágà 4 a.m. ó dẹ̀ ńlá sìgá ó dẹ̀ mú pàrágà 4 a.m. Kí ló rò? What do you think of tó fi sùn tílẹ̀ fi mọ́? Ó ti mú pàrágà, ó wá di fortunately or unfortunately ìyá tó wá pè ní ní pàrágà, ó tún bí ìkọ́ ìyá sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ kọ́tẹ̀, ó tún sọ fún ìyá ní pàrágà, màámi ló pè mí hàn, wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó ọdún léyà. Màámi ló pè mí hàn, wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó ọdún léyà. Mo ní lọ́wọ́ ìwọ náà ti fẹ́ gbowó ọdún léyà. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ti fọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ti fọ́ lọ́wọ́. Why we are teaching us this is that we might not come from broken homes, but make sure that your children do not experience broken homes. And if you come from broken homes, check it yourself. Ìwọ fúnra ẹ wo effect the broken homes upon your life. Wo relationship tó wà láàrin daddy àti mommy ẹ. Wo relationship tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láàrin ìwà àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ ìyá ẹ. Check what is happening here. Are you guys one? ṣé ìkànnì méjèèjì, ṣé ìkànnì gbogbo yín? Ṣé can you successfully tell your child pé kó lọ gbélé àbúrò ẹ̀? Can you successfully tell your child pé kó lọ gbélé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tọ́ka adẹ́balẹ̀ wà dẹ́sùn mọ́jú? So ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa lórúkọ Jésù, àní ṣe lásán.